Hello, everybody, and welcome. Hope you're doing well today. We made it to Tuesday. Oh boy. All right, so I saw something this morning on TikTok. I have to admit, it kind of bothered me slightly being a parent, and I don't know all the details. Just what they tell you. So a family, they took their son. Can't remember how old he was, young toddler. The doctor with a fever. I think it was 105, which is not good. Then the doctor told them to take him to the emergency room. Now, I partially question why. You're a doctor. Can't you do the same thing that they would do in the ER? Otherwise, what's the point of having you? It's kind of my thought process. The doctor was concerned it was meningitis or something like that. So the issue you have with the way things are in our country, maybe other countries too. I don't know exactly. I've only been to the hospital in North Carolina, so I can't really speak everywhere. So the doctor saw him, said, "Oh, you got a fever 105. I'm concerned it might be meningitis. Go to the ER." So if they go to the ER, then they're going to be sitting in the ER for hours before they're seen. Then basically what's going to happen is they're going to do their tests and whatnot. They're going to give them fever-reducing medication that you can give them yourself. Okay. And then they're going to charge you a fortune. Your insurance isn't going to cover it because you haven't paid your deductible yet, which is what makes insurance useless. So then you're going to have potentially $1,000 to $2,000 that you're going to have to pay. Okay. When I had food poisoning, me and my wife had food poisoning. Both of us together was about $3,000. Let's see. The doctor sends them to the place that has the facilities to handle the emergency situation, including the. I really hate this little heart thing that they put on the chat widget here in OBS because it blocks text. I wonder, is there a way to like hide it? I'm not seeing. I see you. Okay, I highlighted it. Wow, the Streamlabs chat widget is faster than the OBS chat widget. I still haven't seen intensive care unit yet on the screen. What in the world? Okay, now it's working. Okay, all right. That's true. He might need to have some IVs or whatnot. That's true that the ER could potentially have more resources, I guess. But I feel like your doctor, pediatrician, whatever, should have some of those resources. To yes, 105 is bad. But you would think that the doctor could have some of those resources to at least treat him there for a little bit, see if temperature goes down, and if it doesn't go down, then send him to the ER. It's kind of my thought. Yeah, something along those lines. Partially treat him at the doctor's office to see if his temperature will go down. If it doesn't go down, y'all need to go to the ER. So I'm not completely blaming everybody here. The whole story, which I'm about to share you, is pretty much a shit show on everybody's decision making here. So the parents decided not to go to the ER because the child started feeling better. They took him home. Temperature dropped from 105 to 100. It could have been handled better, aka hindsight in 2020. Yeah. So they didn't take him to the emergency room because his temperature dropped down to 100. Okay. Now, my kids have been around 100 degrees before. I give them, the Tylenol fever reducer. You put the cold compress on their forehead. Fluids. Okay. So basically, the fever was getting close to breaking. Okay. Later that night, late in the night, I think they said 2:00 in the morning. I think it was 2:00 in the morning. Why they decided to do this at 2:00 in the morning, I don't understand. But apparently, the doctor made a report to CPS. Then CPS got a court order and had the police raid the family's home at 2:00 in the morning. Now, when I say raid, I mean they kicked the door down with riot shields and assault rifles. Not because anybody was in any danger, not because there was any warrants, not because of drug dealing, because of a child with a fever. Kicked the door down with riot shields and assault rifles. Took the boy and the daughter. Okay? The son was the one that was sick. The son was supposedly why there was the court order. And they were worried about the well-being of this child. So they came and took it by force with military force, basically, is what it was. Like military force. But the court order only said the son, but they took both children. Technically speaking, they went against legal procedures by taking the daughter because the paperwork did not say anything about the daughter. That's on the police, not the doctor. No, this part is more CPS and the police. Okay, that's how police force handles any chance of getting out the donut shop. This is what pisses me off. This is my thought process. Okay. The doctor was concerned about the child. Okay. He's a mandated reporter. He reported to CPS. CPS got a court order and had the police raid and force. That is the big issue for me. Okay. Now, I understand to some degree CPS. I have an associate degree in human services, some education in psychology. I briefly know a little bit about the process. But see, this is what bothers me. CPS is what? Child Protection Services. But lots of times, they have no interest in actually protecting the child or doing what's in the child's best interest. They're doing what's in their best interest and making money off of children. Okay? Because CPS gets a certain amount of money based on how many children are in the system. Okay? So it's legal human trafficking. Okay? And I've seen this time and time again. Probably took until midnight to get a judge to sign off on the warrant and 2 hours for the SWAT team. Possibly. Which is sad. If it's going to be that late, you might as well wait till the next day. What they should have done, this is what should have happened. Okay? This is how the system is broken. And how I know it's not about the best interest of the child. Okay? Parents are not perfect. We make mistakes. Okay? If they were really concerned about the child's well-being, what CPS should have done, and there was nobody from CPS there. It was just the police. So CPS decided they were going to stay in bed while the police did all this. Okay? So they weren't really doing their job. CPS should have been at that door with one police officer and a doctor. That's it. 3 people. Okay? The doctor should examine the child. Say, hi, we got a report from your doctor concerned about the well-being of your child being sick with a fever, blah, blah, blah. Okay? We have a court order here that gives us the right to come in and check on your child. I have a doctor here. He's going to examine your child to see if the fever has been broken. If the fever is broken, then we are just going to nicely leave you alone. If the fever is not broken and the doctor is still concerned, then we are going to take your child to the emergency room at no cost to you. If they really care about the well-being of our children, that's what they would have done. Not go in there with guns blazing, taking young children out of a home that they're okay in. There was no signs of abuse. There was no accusations of abuse. We're just going to come in and take your child because you didn't take him to the ER. There was also no statement on whether or not they took the child to the hospital afterwards. They just took both children. And then the last part they were talking about, the grandparents have taken custody of the children. So that means the parents lost custody of their children. Why? It sounds to me like a system that is designed to help families doesn't and has no interest in helping families. The correct thing would have been to go to that door with a doctor, examine the child. If the child's okay, leave them alone. Have a good night. No harm done. The child is going the wrong direction, then we're going to take them to the hospital and we are going to foot the bill. Wouldn't that make sense? Isn't that child protection services, not child trafficking services? They should really change the name to, what is it? Child CTS, Child Trafficking Services, is what they should call it. If you're not actually here to help protect my children, then get the fuck off my property. Yeah, I find it annoying. I don't remember what state it was in. I'd have to look it up. I like the video on TikTok. I'll have to look it up, but ridiculous. You mean a government agency with a duty to protect a part of the population is utterly failing in their duty? That sounds a lot like just about every branch of government. Exactly. I'm just talking about one branch at the moment. But there's a lot of them that are just as broken. It's a system that doesn't care about people. The government, it doesn't care about you. Vote for whoever you want. Hopefully they'll do what they promise. Most of the time, not really. They care about their interests, not ours. That's the problem that we have today. I can make the same observation with the National Transportation Safety Board. We can complain about a lot of things. And the problem is, the only power we have in fixing these problems is to vote. That's it. That's the only thing that we can do. Which is really not much. Because just because you vote for somebody doesn't mean they're going to do anything. Doesn't mean that the problem's going to get solved. We don't have any power or authority besides voting. I mean, they can give themselves raises. That should be up to us. We should vote for that, on whether or not they should get a raise. So, I hate to say it, but voting, the worth of voting may be 70% is going to do something. Two weevils. I mean, your voice can be powerful, but you still have the issue is people have to listen. If people don't want to listen, if they don't care, then your voice, you're just wasting your breath. And unfortunately, we have a lot of politicians in our government that don't give a shit what you have to say. They only care what they want. And so they're not listening. The same thing, okay, you have the right to petition. You have the right to protest. Okay? Now, petition, this is the problem with petition. Okay. So you have a piece of paper, you have a bunch of people sign their names. Okay. We're against this or we're for this, you know, whatever you're petitioning. Okay. And you send it to your senator, Congress, politician, whatever, mayor, governor. Okay. And it goes on his desk. It could be multiple pages. I got one piece of paper just for whatever. Okay. So it goes on his desk. He looks at it and then he goes, just a piece of paper. He ain't got time to read it. I'm not going to say that all politicians are going to throw it in the trash, but probably most of them will. They don't give a shit. They don't have to read it. Nothing's forcing them to read it. They're just going to throw it in the trash. Protesting is a little bit more annoying for people, okay? So you stand on the property and you got your signs, you know, blah, 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 freedom, increase minimum wage, you know, free healthcare, free education, okay? Down with CPS. Anyways, that was a right that was created in the Bill of Rights, Constitution, whatever, freedom to protest. But they made stipulation. Okay? Gotta be careful doing it on private property because you can be trespassed. And then you get charged for trespassing. Okay? But not only that, apparently now you have to have a permit to protest. You have to go to whatever agency and you have to pay for a permit that allows you to execute your right to protest. You got to pay for it. You don't have a permit, then they can arrest you. I've seen it numerously. People getting arrested protesting. You have to go within certain channels. I work at a college. I work security. College's policy is you have the right to protest if you want, but there's a certain area you have to do it. And obviously you can't disturb people's education, blah, blah. Okay? So there's certain rules and channels that you got to follow, which is understandable. I don't agree with the permit thing, though. You should not be required to spend money to execute your freedom to protest. I do not think that that was written in the Constitution. So your voice is limited. And they've done this on purpose because they don't care what you have to say. They're going to do what they want to do, regardless. You know, even elections coming, you got all these candidates. They're going to listen to you to an extent until they are elected and put in office, and then whatever. Unfortunate. I wish it wasn't that way. I wish they would actually listen, and I'm not going to say necessarily do what we say, but have what we say be a big determination in what they do. They have us distracted with a lot of issues that really are not issues to begin with, or there's more important issues. Like the whole alien conversation, which most people aren't really falling for. I mean, some people are kind of joking around about it, but most people are like, I don't really give a shit. So what? Even if there really is aliens, okay, fine. This is the problem I got. I'm barely putting food on the table, people. What makes you think I care about little green men? Okay. Then I saw a new one, supposedly on the West Coast. I don't know how true this is, but the news was covering. Apparently, there has been... I don't know anybody from Carolina Beach. Okay. There has been military boats or something belonging to Russia and China checking out our West Coast. And so they're all over the news saying that Russia, China, and North Korea are allies and we could be in danger. Is it true? Maybe. Could be. Or it could be just another scare tactic. That was the CIA calling to make sure you were there. Thought you were the black helicopters outside your window. Yeah, they don't like what I have to say, huh? So they want to prove my point. Our government needs to focus on certain things. Defense, yes, it's important. No doubt about it. But how much money do you have to continually put into your defense? They're constantly wanting more and more and more and more and more and more and more money. And it makes you wonder how much of that money is actually going to the defense and how much is going into somebody's pocket. So, but you're not going to know that. CIA probably does, but we don't. We don't know that. And they're not going to tell us. Our tax dollars. Has anybody actually, here's a good question. Has anybody actually seen their tax dollars in works? I haven't. I pay taxes all the time, but I haven't seen any improvement in my community or my day-to-day life. Roads still have potholes in them. They're still doing road construction on the same roads over and over and over again. Nothing ever really gets finished or gets really fixed. There's really no improvement going on. We're just paying tax dollars, and I don't see any change. So that makes me question, what is my taxes actually paying for? You know, people talk about free education, free medical care, this and that. But then people are like, no, we don't want that because that's going to raise our taxes. We got to pay more taxes if we do that. And I'm like, no. We're not paying more taxes. We're reallocating the taxes we're already paying. That's how you do that. Okay? Because I think most of our tax dollars is probably going in somebody's pocket. Not really going where it's supposed to be going to begin with. We need to reallocate our tax dollars. It needs to go, our tax dollars need to pay for free education. Okay? Because I believe that we should have free education. Because there's people going to school, K through 12, they go into college, maybe even have a master's degree, doctorate, whatever, and they can't get a job, or not a job that is their value. If you have a doctorate degree, would you want to work at McDonald's for $12 an hour? Would you want to work at McDonald's with a doctorate degree? No, you wouldn't. Nobody would. Not many people want to work at McDonald's anyways. Not even the number one fast food chain in the world anymore. But anyways, you're not getting what you pay for. You're not getting what you put your time in for. And they don't give you a guarantee, a money-back guarantee. So then people will question, well, what's the point of me going to college? What's the point in me paying $50,000 a year for an education I'm not going to use? It doesn't make sense. You might as well just not go to college and just go straight to McDonald's. Save yourself some time and some money. That money you could possibly save up, maybe start a business, and do better than you would with a college degree. So I feel they kind of owe us. We've already spent a fortune on education as it is. And it's the one debt you can't declare bankruptcy on. They won't let you do it. So it should be free. Medical care should be free. Everybody has the right to live. And everybody has the right to live healthy. Medical care should be free. Other countries are making it work. They're not having any problems. Why can't the greatest country in the world do it? Greed, money, power. You will find out if you did some kind of a survey or check statistics or whatever, you'll probably find that 80% of homeless people are homeless because of medical bills. Is that not a problem for America? What are your tax dollars paying for? They should pay for free education. They should pay for free medical, free health care. Or, well, it's not really free. You're paying for it. Universal health care. Problem is, it'll put the insurance companies out of business, the corporations. And the corporations run the country. So it's sort of like you're firing your empire, your emperor, your kings, queens, presidents, whatever you want to call them, your owners. You're firing your owners by accepting universal health care. So obviously they're not going to let you do it, and they're going to try to use fear-mongering to make you not want it. They're going to come up with all kinds of bullshit reasons why we shouldn't have universal health care. It's already paid for in your taxes. That's what all the other countries do. They pay for it in taxes. And then you don't have to foot a $3,000 bill when you get food poisoning. You just go in, you get treated, and you get out. No bills. Boom, done. Why not? So those are two big things our country needs to work on. Okay? The other thing we need to do is we need to fix the broken system. We need to fix CPS. Make them actually work to protect children and their families. Why take a child out of a good home that's having difficulties and put it in an abusive home in the system, and then take a child who's being abused by their parents and leave them there? That's what goes on all the time. Like they don't know what they're doing. Maybe they need better education. Law enforcement. They got to understand they're not the military. This is not martial law. Okay? They have a job to do. I understand that. I'm a security officer. I don't nearly go through what they do. I've gone through a little bit. I understand to a degree. When you're giving somebody an order and the person spits in your face and cusses you out, how do you handle that? Well, you're not allowed to beat the crap out of them. Can't do that. You can only do that when they try to beat the crap out of you. They need better training. They need training on dealing with mental illness. And they need better pay. You want them to be better, you got to give them incentive to be better. I fully agree that our law enforcement should be required to get at least a 4-year degree in law enforcement. They need to know the laws that they're enforcing and how to handle it in the best ways possible. 4-year degree and increase their pay. Okay? Child support system is broken. This one is probably going to get mixed reactions. 80% or higher whenever a marriage ends or there's a custody battle of children, mom always gets the children because she's mom. Moms always love the children. They always want the children, right? They're always best for the children. Whereas the dad, he's usually abusive. That's not a stereotype. It's bullshit. There's a lot of mothers out there that shouldn't be mothers. Okay? And there's a lot of moms out there. My headset just died. Is it working? I think it's working now. Okay. All right. I was charging my mouse, and now I have to switch the cord over and charge my headphone. All right. It's unfortunate, especially for the children, in any kind of custody case. They're the ones that get hurt the worst. There's moms out there. There's moms out there that are great moms. Don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about them at this point in time. Great moms, they deserve to have the kid. There are awful dads out there. Yes. That's not always the case. That's the stereotype. That's what the media has drained in everybody's head, that the mom is always the hero and the dad is always the villain. And that's not always the case. The dad is not always a lazy bastard. Okay? There's women out there that have kids just for money. It's like a profession for them. They don't really care that much about the children. They care about the money the children bring in. They make money from child support. They'll have multiple baby daddies. Okay? And they'll get child support from every baby daddy. Okay? But not only that, because they're a single parent, they're going to also get financial assistance from the system. I knew a woman who had 3 kids, different dads, each kid. She didn't have to work a day in her life. Child support and public assistance paid for everything. Lived in an apartment, income-based apartment, government-aided apartment. Had a caseworker that, came in and visited every now and then, but apparently wasn't doing her job because her apartment was a mess. I actually helped her clean it up. She had food that was like concrete in the dishes. And she wasn't a bad mom, but she didn't need to work, at least not till the kids turn 18, and then she's on her own. But there's a lot of moms that'll do that. And then, one thing that I have learned relatively recently that I didn't think was an issue or a factor or whatever, is not only does the mom make money from child support, the system does too. The state makes money from child support. There's a percentage that goes to the state. Okay? There was a case. I was completely horrified. This is our system. Okay? Keep this in mind. I don't remember what state it was in. This was a while back. I think I probably talked about it to y'all a while back too, but just bring it up because we're talking about a broken system here. A guy divorced his wife, and they had like custody. They had 2 kids, and they went through their custody thing, and the dad got visitation. Okay. One day the kids are spending time with daddy, and they tell daddy, "Mommy got a new baby." So come to find out, she met another guy and had a baby. Not his baby. It's the new guy's baby. But he gets a thing in the mail telling him he's got to pay child support for that baby that's not his. So they go to court. The new guy, who's the actual dad of the baby, says, "I want to take care of my child. I'm going to pay for my child." He doesn't need to. You know what the court said? This guy who's not the dad makes more money. He's got to pay child support. The courts forced him to pay child support for a child that is not his, even when the actual biological father wanted that responsibility. And it was because the state gets a percentage. The government gets a percentage. And they want whoever makes the most money to pay the child support, so they make more money. How is that legal? If you ask me, this is how it should go. They're in court. They're discussing custody, whatever. Child support. Government, courts, state, they shouldn't get anything. They're already getting court costs paid. That you're already paying court to be there. Why are they getting a percentage of child support? It's not for them. It's for the child. It's not even for the mom or the dad. It's for the child, to take care of the child. And that's the other issue with child support. Child support, they need to set the system up for where it's only for the child. Whoever has the children getting the child support should have to have statements or records showing what they spent the money on. If it wasn't spent on the child, then they should receive a fine. Or the child support should be reduced, but that wouldn't be fair for the child. Or maybe custody should be reconsidered. It's child support, not spouse support. Spouse already got a bunch of money when they got divorced. Okay? It should be like food stamps or WIC. Okay? You get the little booklet or whatever, it tells you what you can spend it on. Okay? It's already in the system or whatever. It should work the same exact way. So if she tries to go and buy a Gucci handbag or whatever the expensive shit is, $5,000 purses and shoes and makeups and dresses, it's going to say declined. Can't do it with the child support money. It's going to be for food and clothing, maybe medical expenses, but if we had free healthcare or universal healthcare, that wouldn't be an issue. To take care of the child, that's what it's meant for. And a man should not have to support a child that's not his unless he wants to. Same thing with a woman. She should not have to support a child that's not hers. If it was, I haven't heard a case of that yet, but I would not be surprised one bit at this point. So how do we solve this problem? Well, we vote and hope they listen. So I have never voted because I have never found somebody I wanted to vote for. Never trusted anybody. To a degree, I still don't. But I do know this. The Republicans that are making these bullshit laws right now, like the anti-abortion law that charges women who have miscarriages with homicide, they got to go. I don't care if you want to vote Republican, but make damn sure they're not as stupid as the current ones. I mean, that's just stupid. Where's our common sense, people? A lot of them claim to be Christians. You know that God created miscarriages for a reason. So why are you trying to make it illegal? You're going against God. And as far as an abortion goes, that's none of your business. That's between the parents and the doctor. Not even the insurance company. It's not their business either. They're not medical professionals. They're just a bunch of pencil pushers. Pencil necks is what they used to be called. Pencil necks. So there's a new term if you weren't familiar with it. None of their business. Unless the parents take it to court and make it the court's business, none of their business either. I don't want Trump or Biden to be president. Neither one of them. Trump, he's evil. I mean, how could people not see that he's evil? He was on TV, live TV, interviewed. And he said he wanted to I don't know what words I'm allowed to say on YouTube anymore. I don't really believe in censorship. He wanted to have intercourse with his daughter. He said that. That was his words. Wanted to touch women's privates. Felt that it was okay for men to do that without their permission. Why would you vote for somebody like that? You watch his rallies, and it's full of hate. He hates people. His own wife won't hold his hand. Most of the world's leaders thinks he's an idiot. He can't even say the word coffee. Biden's not really any better. He's got a bunch of issues too. Problem is, they're probably the ones we're going to have to choose, one or the other. I'm hoping Trump will end up in jail prior to the election, so he won't even be a candidate. Because I don't know how you can run for office when you're being accused of a crime. But he's hoping he gets elected so that he can be pardoned automatically until he's out of office again. Of course, he's also talked about being president forever at some point too, so I think we should have more choices. When it comes down to it, it's always one of two people, a Republican or a Democrat. That's your only options. It should be everybody who started running from the beginning. I would rather choose one of 20 than one of 2. So my political thought is we need to get the Republicans that are currently out of office. We need term limits, 8 years maximum. We need age limits. 35 to 65 should be fine. Anybody older than 65 is retired and out of office. Republican, Democrat, doesn't matter as long as you do your job and listen to the people and not yourself. I plan on voting next year. I'm going to vote to get these Republicans out of office. And I'm hoping that Marianne Williamson stays in the race because I would like to make her the next president. I would like to vote for her. I'm the first president I've ever voted for. She's against the corporations. She wants to cut the puppet strings. She wants to do what's best for the people. Make sure you check her out. Okay? All right. I've talked about politics for almost an hour. So I'm going to shut up and we're going to play Final Fantasy VIII. Okay? Give me just a second. All right, let's see here, mouse. Let's switch the scenes. Switch to the game, turn the controller on, unpause it. All right, I apologize for all that political talking, but every now and then I just got to vent and get it out. I don't do it all the time. Maybe I should pick like one day and do like a just chatting stream and save all my political grumbling for then. Okay, so last stream we went up in the tower. I thought it was going to be longer than that, but it wasn't. And we fought Odin. We beat Odin and found out you can't equip Odin. He's not a regular GF. He just randomly shows up. Very disappointed. It would have been nice to have been able to equip him. You know? You go in here, you junction GF. Okay? It would have been nice to be able to junction him, and then maybe, you know, the stats that he could focus on would be these here. Speed, evasion, hit, and maybe luck. Okay? Because not too many GFs are giving you these options. So far that I'm noticing. So that would have been nice. But I guess instead, randomly, he'll pop up at the beginning of battle and maybe instantly kill people. Or kill monsters. So I'm kind of like, how often is that going to happen? So far, it hasn't happened once. So that was kind of a disappointment. But anyways. So we're also trying to upgrade weapons, but we pretty much, the parts we need are in Esther. I don't know entirely where that is. I'm assuming it's in this area here since we haven't been there. I haven't found a way to get there yet. We're also looking for the white seed ship that has Ellie. Don't exactly know where they are. I'm wondering if I just have to fly around until I stumble upon them. They might be over here somewhere. What a great mood to play such a great game today. I'm sure the deep storyline and gameplay will cheer us up. Woohoo! Yeah. And don't forget, tomorrow we are playing Dragon Quest, the first one. There's a good possibility we might actually finish it tomorrow. We'll have to see. Because we played episode 1 on Thursday last week. And we got pretty far in 3 hours. And I'll be honest, this flying this garden around, you know, the idea is neat, but I'm really starting to miss the Enterprise. Or the Falcon, for that matter. Depending on what game you're playing. Flying this garden means sailing. Yeah, right now we're sailing. We're not even flying. And I guess it's not really flying, it's more hovering than anything else. Let's hope we don't get boarded by Dracula like in the new Dracula movie. I'm not sure how I feel about that. At no point did they ever show him in a human form, and that kind of goes against the whole Dracula thing for me. I don't think we can fit here. Maybe we can. But still no way to surface. We need a beach. In this game, you'd be more likely to be boarded. Yeah. I will be honest. I am kind of looking forward to Final Fantasy IX. I did enjoy. I finished it one time. I did finish it one time, and I did enjoy it. Well, we can't fit through here, so I think we might have to walk. Maybe that's what we gotta do. You know, Laguna and them did walk through a lot of woods. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna park this thing, like, right in here. They're not letting me park it. Everyone was looking forward to 9 by now, yeah. 9 was pretty good. No, it went back to that kind of cartoony kind of graphics a little bit. Graphics isn't as modern or realistic. Story I thought was pretty good. And it was just fun. You enjoyed the characters. The gameplay was decent. You can use a tent in battle at the risk of getting bit by a snake. Which is awesome. Alright, so we have this issue right now. We can't fit through there. And I would get out and walk, but they won't let me park the garden. I can't get out. So that makes me question why this is even here. You have a beach so that you can get here. You can't fit through the only place you can go, and then you can't park and walk. I don't think so. I think pretty much you have to be on land. I think I can like park on this island over here, but I don't think I can walk over. Pretty much everywhere you go, there's woods. Think like a game developer. How can I make them walk the furthest possible distance? Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think I can get out here, maybe. Okay, I can get out here. That ain't gonna help me because I'm away from land, or from, you know, I'm in the ocean here. Can't park it in the ocean. This thing's too big. So it gives you vision problems. Yeah, I can't go anywhere in there. There's another beach there, but as you can see, there's nowhere to go. I can't. I think you do get another vessel, we'll say. At some point. I see he's high enough, he should be able to go up there. And see, here's another hole that we can't fit through because of this ring thing that's at the bottom of the garden. It's like, why don't we just get rid of that? I don't know the mechanics of the game, and I don't care enough to look this up. My best guess is there's access to a parking area at the edge of the forest where you need to walk the longest. Yeah, I mean, that's what I would think. It's just a matter of finding that. Oddly textured square there. So I got 2 places that has a small gap that we could walk through, but I've got no way to park this particular ship in this area. Unless you have to come back here with another ship that allows you to. And see, I wish I could like lift the camera up, because it's like looking down, and you can't. I can do this, I can do that. That's it. So it's like we're flying with our head down. Yeah, they're probably preventing us. I know there's a chocobo forest. You can get a chocobo. I don't know what kind of chocobos you can get. I don't know if it's just a standard yellow one, or if you can get the flying black chocobo. I'm not entirely sure where the forest is either. We got this big, like, water area here. Only Sid has made an airship in this game. Yeah. Instead of a damn garden. Like there's a beach here. So there's another space you could walk through that we can't fit through. They got a lot of those little canyons. We're gonna check the snow area out here in a little bit. We've been there before. I think that's where Trabia is. What you need is blades on that ring, and you can clear a forest and land. Exactly! I mean, have they not heard of crop circles? Ah, they wouldn't let me up there. Little cheats. As I do recall, there is another vessel. I think it's called Ragnarok. And I think it's red. My memory's correct. But I don't know how to get it yet. Oh, nothing here. I don't know, I guess I partially have issue with wasted space. It's like you could have done something, you know, here or something. Alright, so we got a beach here. We could technically land here, but that's not really where I'm wanting to go. I'm wanting to go over there. And see, we have this issue. We have a canyon here that we can't get by. Huh? And that's all he says. That's the direction that we want to go. Gage is going berserk. Okay. I'm getting stuck here. Oh, we can try. So, they say that. The Gage is going berserk. Let's see if they say anything. Where could it be? It could be right here. Not gonna talk to me, though? I don't do that way. Alright, they say nothing about the canyon. The 37, 33... 32. Alright, Zell has surpassed Irvin, so now we gotta level him up. Alright, let's go to Junction. I gave her extra GFs here. Basically leveling up Rinoa's while she's gone. He has 2. He has 2. He has 2. Cerberus doesn't do an attack, though. You know, I will admit, this game does take a lot of work when it comes to all these stats. Oh, we have to arrange it because it doesn't do it automatically for you. All right, let's see what we can find out here on foot. A fight. That's what we could do. What are we fighting? A horse. A mesmerize. Broke the horn. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Well, he can't hit us with it no more. Is this a cat? You got 9 lives. Yeah. I wonder what used to be here. Or what landed here. What caused the raid? The mosquito. Hey! Finally he shows up for a freaking mosquito. Now what's going to be embarrassing is if you miss. Might have needed him, you're right. It might have been an overpowered mosquito. I have a feeling they're not going to let me through. Meltdown do anything? Untell me. I was thinking the other way looked more promising. Okay, yeah, we can try it. Alright, because I don't think we're going to cross there. So let's go back the other way. Try the other direction. Ugh. Life ring. All right, let's see. Do that one. What is a life ring? Ring with life force. Okay, so it's probably material we have to use for crafting. Weapons. Two of them. Haven't used different in a while. Of course, because they're floating. But if you ask me, some of that rubble could have hit them and that would have caused some damage, right? Not like it was just an earthquake. That hurt. Hopefully this will do the trick. I think they got washed away. Nope, they're not gonna let me buy here either. So this must be something later. Odin! Nope, not this time. I'm surprised. Okay, I believe that's Trabia Garden. I think I found Chocobo Forest. Maybe. Yep. You're in Chocobo Forest. Intermediate. You'll scare away the Chocobo if you all come in. So, you want to catch Chocobo? You need a whistle to catch one. It's called a Choco Whistle. Want one? Are you going to charge me? No, I won't charge you. Here, there's two types, okay? But it's going to cost you 1,000 gil for my lecture on how to use them. Okay. Thanks. Allow me to explain. The two whistles are for location, which is the Choco Sonar, and action, which is the Choco Ziner. You sound the Choco Ziner somewhere in this forest, Chocobos will fall from out of nowhere. You can tell where by the Choco Sonar's sound. Select the whistle with the X and hold A while walking and sounding. If I want any small ones, I need to be able to ride it. Hold your Chocobos. When there's only one Chocobo left, the mother Chocobo gets worried and starts looking for it. So that's when you catch it. Exactly. So I'm going to take the mother away from the babies. That's a great idea. They're quite well behaved. Poor Chocobos. We review everything with your first X to select a sonar and A to sound it. Different sound tells you where the Chocobos are. Then X to select the Zinner and A them to fall. When you talk to the lone Chocobo, boom, the mother appears. By the way, the sonar sounds when they're not around is... The sonar sound when they are around is... Got it? I hope so. Hey, you look concerned. That's where I come in. Press X and select Help, and for a bargain price, I'll catch one for you. Oh, and one thing. If you sound the Zener where there are no Chocobos around, your whistle will be stolen. After that, you'll have to pay for it. Who's going to steal it? I don't know if I need that for anything. Roaming forest, be careful where the sonar reacts. I mean, I can't go anywhere. And it doesn't seem to be working. Call me, give up, then I thought, yeah, I thought so. I suggest you give up. That will be leave. That didn't make any sense whatsoever. I was all over this forest hitting both things and nothing happened. It was all a trick, I'm telling you. My special way of saying things. Oh, I'm going now. Hey, hold on a sec. Hold your chocobos. To celebrate your first catch, I want to give you a chocobo as a present. No, I'm not interested in a small... Come on, name it. Foco! Well, have a safe and fun journey. How to ride. B to get off. Run with direction. Change point of view with the right trigger. Go through the woods. We can go through woods. We cannot go through the crater. We can walk on water. At least shallow water. Probably not deep water. Nope, not the deep water. How far will the shallows take us? This probably is as far as it goes. So I guess Chocobo was the answer. I really hate the camera angles in this game. Can't see nothing. I think this is the other end. Not gonna let me go any further. I don't know, I think I prefer the old Chocobo song. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going. I'm pretty sure I need a beach. And I don't think there's any beaches this way. All right, we can walk faster. I almost forgot about that feature. This is how it should be walking to begin with. And we can't go any further because of the bridge. The problem is when you're walking through the forest, you can't have this point of view. It's sky point of view. You gotta, whatever they call that. It's awful. You can't see where you're going, and they probably did that on purpose to make it difficult. As soon as we go in the forest, it's gonna go boom. And we're getting paid, at least. Like nothing here. The places I was trying to go just all forced. Or not. He already found this forest. It took me 3 long years. This is the Chocobo's holy ground. Can't do business here. Like the mother Chocobos from each forest are gathered here. Okay. That's the only point of coming here? Still can't go around the canyon. Another forest. But go on, back for more, huh? Thanks for the business. You have one that flies? I think I figured it out. Maybe. This is where it doesn't make sense to me now. Okay, so it goes off here, but that's these, and then it goes off here, and that's these, and that's it. See? That'll take away these. See? I'm pretty sure I caught them all, but nothing's happening. That's because y'all cheat. If I do it here, it'll take it away. If I do it here, it'll take them away. Do it here, it takes them away. If I do it here, it takes them away. See? Game's rigged. So basically what they really want you to do is they just want you to go here and say, help me, and pay the money, and then you get the big chunk of it. That's basically what they want you. Whole mini game thing is retarded. That's not even a different color. Oh, Lord, I'm not sure where to go. I didn't want to do that. No, I'm not interested. Go away. And our chocobo. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Good thing I got paid a bunch. Speaking of paid, there's the Trivia Garden. There's my garden. The only place that's here is Trivia Garden. That's it. Wrong button. Of course, they put me off over there. He looked so happy, told me he went up 1 rank in his dream. Can you believe that guy? I'm good friends with that guy. Says he's a top ranked seed in his dreams. Even if it is a dream, I envy the fact, blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Let's go to the coffee shop and have lots of cheesecake. Woohoo! Who wants cheesecake? I think they say the same thing for the most part. There's gotta be a beach somewhere. There it is. See if these people got anything else to say. Did they say anything different? I guess we could stay the night. Specialists heard about what happened to Norg. Specialists not surprised. Many Shumas have left in search of something, perhaps hope, because life here is so destitute. Sad thing is there's nothing out there either. They haven't found anything. Instead, they've lost touch with themselves, with who they are. Yeah, we live in different worlds. You are free to determine your fate. We live in the confines of this remote village. That's our fate. But after you make a breakthrough in life, what you see is pretty much the same out there or in here. Specialist thing. My attendant is now assisting the sculptor with Laguna's statue. Probably did not notice, but he is quite skilled. Please go visit him if you have time. Okay. So they're working on the statue again. Artisan hopes they don't ask me to help. Really? Pendant can't believe we have to make this silly statue. Sculptor thought things would get a little easier, but they haven't at all. Say, wouldn't it be nice to stay here sometime and make something? I'm bored. He didn't really say anything. Look on your face, they must not be working seriously. Moomba can help us. Please go ask the Moomba outside for help. It will become an order if I ask, so please. Oh, it's you. What do you want? Pendant isn't gonna do that. Pendant doesn't feel like it. The elder said that? That's not fair. The elder's not giving me any choice. Okay, fine. Attendant will work. Okay, attendant will work. Has Artisan agreed to help? We'll work on the statue again. Artisan hopes they don't ask me to help. They just asked if you would. My attendant's finally working great. The statue should be completed soon. Maybe it's none of my business, but what's the point of forcing him to do something against his will? You don't understand. There's nobody in this village who admires Master Laguna more than my attendant. There's a reason why my attendant refused to work on the statue initially. My attendant strongly wishes to leave here and fight alongside Master Laguna, not to spend time building a statue. Therefore, my attendant does not want to become an elder. One cannot fight or leave the village once one becomes an elder. A Shumi becomes an elder or something else. I think one must have wits to become an elder. I was very fortunate. I believe my attendant will become an elder someday. That would really be ironic. Is there any way to prevent the evolution? It is not the Shumi way to abuse our knowledge and pursue personal ambitions. All of us have accepted our destiny. How sad. Well, it sounds like they may need one more person to help. I would love to see my attendant go and pursue personal dreams. I once had dreams too, but as an elder, my responsibilities must always come first. You gonna talk or are you gonna walk? The sculptor expected. The elder's attendant is amazing. Sculptor has learned a lot from attendant already. Attendant thinks we need one more skilled craftsman. Artisan, yeah, if we had artisan, it would really help us. Help at the shop, artisan can't. There's tons of things that artisan has to do before artisan becomes a Moomba. Guess we go back to the elder then? So they do need one more. Artisan's qualified, but very stubborn. What shall we do? Lord. Why do they seem so hopeless? They all say the same bullshit. He's refusing to help because he's going to become a Moomba. Moomba's not saying nothing. The elder's not saying nothing. Except he's not getting help from the elder's attendant. Specialist guesses they'll be finished soon. Well, we can threaten him, since nothing else seems to be working. All right, let's Google it and find out why he's not communicating here. This person said, just keep talking to the artisan and not leave after he shows me the toy truck. And this person says, then you have to go talk to the Grease Monkey's Moomba doll. Where the hell's the Grease Monkey? Okay, so I guess I have to go to some place. The Fisherman's Horizon place. Wild goose chases. You gotta love them. Yeah, we can speed this up. It shows itself again. Twice. Just need to get those star fragments. Arbro, tentacles, and energy crystal. I believe I can already do this one. Look at that. This a real Moomba? No way, Jose. You guys went to Shumi Village, huh? You meet the guy who made that Moomba doll? That doll reacts to the presence of people who went to Shumi Village. High tech, ain't it? I'm a pretty good craftsman myself, but that thing's way out of my league. We spoke to the person who made that Moomba, and we have a problem. What's up? He's got a lot on his mind, but it seems like what you're trying to do is pretty important. Yeah, I'll help. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Why don't you take that Moomba with you? Will baby solve your problem guaranteed. Yeah? How? Oh, counter would actually be a good one. Going down. You make that. Yes. The gift artisan sent to a friend. Why do you have it? Oh, he built a message into it? Hey, what's happening, bro? Can't contact you directly, so gotta go with this. Oh, it's so good to hear Monkey's voice. I hear you guys are making something. Why don't you quit dallying and just do it? Yeah, bro, I understand how you feel. I guess I'll leave it to him. But you're an artisan, right? Are you with me? Yeah, bro, I understand how you feel. But you're an artisan. You're supposed to write. Are you with me? Oh, talk to the elder, maybe? Wonder if that's enough to convince him. Artisan's going to do it. Artisan's going to help. Artisan has been misconceived. Nobody has attempted this before, but Artisan has decided to become a human. Invited me to come to Fish Horizon. Artisan is going to go. Good luck. Thank you. It'll be easy to finish since they've done such a fine job already. Going well. Been an honor to work with two of the best in the village. You convinced Artisan. Excellent. Only your wits could have accomplished it. I was going to offer Artisan this to help us. I guess I won't need it anymore. Please take it. That is good. They may not finish today, but I believe it will be very soon. Is a status. DF learns status defense times. Wow. All right, so we did this, and we played with the chocobos. Where in the world is the white seed ship? In an inlet in the western half of Centra crater north of Edea's house. Head for the ship's stern. Really? Okay. Up. Come on. There it is. We meet again. My name is Squall. We're seeds from Balam Garden. I'd like to speak to your leader. I'm in charge. State your business. Depending on what you say, we may ask you to leave immediately. I want to see Ellie. We pose no threat. Edea told us that you would be here. Edea, how? Edea is no longer under Sorceress Ultimation's control. She is now our ally. So there's no reason for you to hide Ellie's whereabouts from us. We want to take Ellie back to protect her from Ultimation. Thank you for coming, but we have no reason to believe you. Please leave. You heard our leader. There's nothing more to discuss. I beg to differ. Wow, long time no see. Whoa, look who's here. Squall, how's it going? Can't believe you're here. Everybody's doing good, sir. After you guys left, the Galbadian buttheads came after us, and we barely escaped to this boat. I was sure we were goners, sir. Zone went nuts and was thinking about swimming across the sea to escape. Hey, it was a plan. All you were doing was whining like a big baby. We're gonna die, we're gonna die. And look who jumped in first. You numbnuts. We'll see how these wackos keep surviving. How's Rinoa? Where is she? Rinoa fought with us against Edea. For some reason, she went unconscious after the fight. She's resting in the garden now. I don't know what happened. We couldn't protect her. I'm sorry. You son of a bitch. What did I say? What did I say, huh? I told you to take care of her. That's nothing better. That nothing better happened to her, scumbag. You pathetic lying scumbag. Zone, come on, easy, sir, easy. Not dead. They just don't know what's wrong with her. That's all. Ain't that right, sir? Squall would never give up on her. All right, sir. We came here to get Ellie because there's a new evil force after her. If we can get Ellie and Rinoa together, maybe we can get Rinoa back. Really? See, Zone? I told you, sir. Rinoa's going to be fine. We promised she would come back. We all have to free Timber together. Don't worry, sir. All right, but I'm going to say it one more time. If something happens to Rinoa again, I swear. And for information about this ship. Well, after this lady named Edea left, there haven't been any adults on this ship, sir. So far, I've only seen kids and guys our age. Is Ellie here? Oh, you mean that pretty girl, sir? She left when some other ships came. What other ships? Who were they? There were some soldiers on the ships. I know I've seen them before. Esther. They were Esther soldiers, sir. Why Esther? Why do they want... What do they want with Ellie? I don't know, sir, but I think she was smiling as she left. What the heck's going on? Damn it. The leader's usually in the cabin below deck, sir. Come on, you gotta walk better than that, Squall. Found an old issue. Finish reading. Kind of cool to watch the sea. You'll hardly ever get bored of it. Why don't you try talking to our leader again? Achoo! Whoa, it's getting dark already. It's getting too cold to sit out here these days. Love sunshine. It feels good. Watch told me sunshine is good for you. Holy! Oh, she can't get it because she doesn't have draw. We can have Squall give it. I told you to leave. You have no proof that Edea sent you. How do you expect us to believe you? Leave our ship immediately. So let me guess. Now I need to go talk to Edea, get some proof. La la la. There's a shortcut. Come on now. Is there anything at all I can help you with? White Seed ship, the one Ellie's on. Those children they're very cautious. They would never remain in one place for long. Oh yes. However, those children seem to have taken a liking to center the landscape. Therefore, they may have stationed the ship by an inlet somewhere. Yeah, which we found. Please take this with you. Letter that I wrote. With this, they shall welcome you. Hold still, little kid. Whoa, cool. I got to talk to a stranger. Here. This is Matron's writing. She really gave this to you. You guys call her Matron too, huh? Yes, ever since we were little. We were raised by Edea too. Difficult to fight against her, but we did. Fortunately, everything turned out well. Dea's no longer evil. She's back to her old self again. Kind matron we remember. Well, thank you. We owe you and Balam Garden much. Even our salute is the same. Matron told us it hasn't changed since Seed was established. So it says in the letter you're looking for Ellie. I'm sorry, Ellie's no longer here. Uh-oh. Remember we picked her up from your garden near the Fisherman's Horizon coast. After that, we headed east to get away as far as we could from Edea and Galbadia. Before long, we encountered the Galbadian fleet. They had a lot of ships. Obviously, they were searching for us. We should have been more careful. They pursued us in full force. Luckily, we were able to escape, but then our ship broke down and we were stranded. There was no way we were going to let the Galbadians take Ellie. Eventually, the Galbadians caught up to us, and we had no choice but to prepare for battle. Then an Esther's ship appeared. Battle began between them, and we were caught in the middle of it. And something strange happened. Suddenly, an Esther ship came up beside us, and Esther soldiers came aboard. They told us to get aboard their ship. It sounded like an order to evacuate. Of course, we refused. We didn't trust them, just as we didn't trust the Galbadians. As the Esther soldiers were trying to convince us, the battle became more intense. Soon they were forced to leave our ship. As their ship was pulling away, Ellie yelled out something. Then all of a sudden, he jumped onto their ship. It wasn't like her at all. To this day, I don't understand why she did that. After that, Esther's fleet withdrew from battle and fled. After they left, well, it's a long story. After our ship is fully repaired, we plan to go to Esther. Sorry, Squall, we couldn't protect her. So, Ellie's and Esther. Do you believe so? You decided on a destination? Esther. Oh man. Xenophobic Esther? This area's terrain is not really suited for flying the garden. Anyway, set a course for Esther. The Esther continent is surrounded by a huge mountain range. It's literally hidden away by the mountains. There isn't much contact with the outside world. That's why they're called the Silent Country. Can't believe we're going to Esther. Those soldiers give me the creeps. Roger. Oh, Lord. They didn't exactly tell me where to go. Hmm. Let's go, Rinoa. Let's go meet Ellie. Ellie will bring us together. Sorry, everyone. I can't go on like this. Hardly makes sense, but okay. Bit far, but we'll make it. Pretty far. Didn't think it would be this far. What am I doing? Go to Esther, find Ellie, talk to Ellie. There's no guarantee that everything will be resolved if I talk to Ellie. Even so, I sure have changed. I wonder what everyone's doing. Probably laughing at me, or maybe they're angry. I did leave them behind. What do you think? Tell you the truth, I worry too much about what others think of me. I hate that side of me. Well, I didn't want anyone to get to know me. I wanted to hide that side of myself I hated. Squall is an unfriendly, introverted guy. It made it easy for me when people perceived me that way. The secret between you and me, got that? Noah. Wow, you're late. Princess still asleep? You might wake up with a kiss from the prince. Is that why you came all the way out here to tell me that? Going to Esther, right? We're coming too. We're Edea's escort. Let us be on our way, Squall. We're all planning to go to Esther too. Edea's escort. We shall leave as soon as we're ready. What business do you have in Esther? I must go see Dr. Odine. Dr. Odine? You've heard the name, right? Can't remember. Tell me more. You know the famous Odine brand, don't you? That's all Dr. Odine's work. When it comes to knowledge about the sorceress, he's number one. Thanks. So why do you need to see this doctor? Sorceress Ultimacia is alive. She's able to take control of my body at any time. If that were to happen, I would once again bring terror. I too value my well-being. I want to protect myself. If it were possible, I would like to rid myself of the sorcerer's power. Dr. Odine may know a way. He may be able to save me. I understand. Let's all go to Esther. Yo, they're back. Two of them went to take a look. How's it going, Squall? Rinoa's still asleep? Rinoa's so cute when she's asleep. Whatever. So how is it? Can we make it to Esther? Ooh, are you blushing? Selfie, don't make Squall angry. Esther's on this continent, right? It's supposed to be huge. I don't know why, but I can't seem to find it anywhere. Couldn't find it up north or down south. Let's try going east now. Look who you can get on your team now. $26. We do need Mug to steal from some stuff, so I guess we'll have Quistis. Ice Strike. Give her something besides life. We'll put life on the other one. She's got no magic. We're gonna have to give her some magic. Hmm. I guess we'll try that for a while. Only way I see is to go forward. Towards whatever the hell that is. But that will have to wait for tomorrow. I only got 5 minutes left, and I'm sure it's going to be a long run ahead of us. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here. We'll pick back up next week, because today's Tuesday, right? I don't even know what days it is. Today's Tuesday, yep. We will pick it back up next Monday, where we left off, and try to find Esther and try to help Rinoa and find Ellie to do so. So I'll be live again tomorrow at 9. We're going to be playing some more Dragon Quest 1. Really old school RPG. Might finish it tomorrow or the next day because it's gotten pretty far pretty quick in it. We'll see what happens. If we do finish it, we'll just move on to the second Dragon Quest game. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up. Y'all have a great day. See you next time.